Hello and welcome to yet another YouTube video here on this channel. A couple of days ago I showed you Microsoft Loop and I asked the question whether or not it can be a real Notion competitor in the future. Today we are taking a deeper look into how this actually works, and we are going to build out some of my personal space. So as you may know, I work in marketing and I work a lot inside of the Microsoft ecosystem. When I'm at work, personally, I use different apps, but at work we use the Microsoft ecosystem, and I use Microsoft Loop a lot, and Microsoft Loop has tables, which are databases, just like in any other app. This is a database, so it works quite similarly to the databases you are used to. We can add labels to things, so I will use the social media label here. I have already created my label group, but you could add a new label group and just add different labels. One problem with the labels is that you can't have multiple labels at the same time. So the way I have been doing it is by just creating three columns. So I would call this social media 2. If I ever had to post things to several different social medias, I would do it like this. I would use the same label group and I would give this YouTube, for example. And you could create at work, I think I have 4 social media labels. It isn't perfect, it isn't ideal, but it does the job. So let's call this film loop video, and we can do it like this, and there you have the start of the database. We have filters now. It wasn't a thing last week, but now we seem to have filters, and the way again I would do that is by creating another label, and I would call this personal or work. So for those of you who don't know, I run a clothing brand in my spare time, which I co-founded, as well as this YouTube channel and a couple of other social media channels. So I would create one called personal or work, and Sakamore is the name of my clothing brand, and I would give it the right tags here, and then I could go in and create myself a new page. We will call this Sakamore dashboard, and Notion has linked databases, so you can have a database living in multiple places. uh, Microsoft Loop has the same functionality, but it is a different way of doing it. You can create a loop component like this one, and you can copy the component. And once you've copied it, you can also send it inside of different Microsoft applications. So inside of a Teams meeting, you could actually add this component and work collaboratively in the meeting by using these components. But I will just paste this component into here like this, and I will have the database here. I will change this view by adding the personal or work column, and the condition is Sakamore, and I can apply this filter. As you can see, I don't have anything on Sakamore, and another problem is that these filters work universally across your whole workspace. So I can't have one set of filters here and another one inside of my Sakamore dashboard. So if I press clear all here, you can see that uh, it changes the filter here as well. But you could give we could say I wanted to do a video on how to style a suit, and this would be a TikTok video. So I would add the option TikTok, and I will give it the filter Sakamore, and I will change this filter here to only include Sakamura, and I will apply this, and then you get a list of all of the things regarding Sakamura. So this is basically how I do it. I just change the filters depending on where I am using it at that specific moment, and I clear my filter once it is done. So as you can see, there are still some things that need to be improved. You have backlinking functionality here, so I could link this to another of my loop components or even files inside of my Microsoft account. We will jump into archives. This is whenever I'm done with something. So let's say I am creating the video called How to Style a Suit. I would create a new page and I will call this How to Style a Suit. And I would start off by creating a call out. So call outs are just basically a way to see things more clearly. So something that's important should always be in a call out. That's at least how I do it. So I would create a call out where I would write my hook. Then I would script out my whole entire video. I would drag this into the Sakamura dashboard. As you can see, you can have pages underneath pages. So I would drag this here, and once it is done, I would move it to archived. And then I would have a lot of things archived inside of here. So basically, that's how I am using Microsoft Loop right now. I would like to see the functionality getting better with linked databases, especially different filters. But overall, this is quite an improvement to what we have had inside of the Microsoft system. Another thing I wanted to show you is actually the task list. This is integrated with Microsoft Planner. So if you use Microsoft Planner a lot, this integrates to that. So let's say I wanted to film a suit video. I will assign this to myself, and when you assign something to yourself, you actually get a notification on your email. So everyone you assign something to will get notified that they have been assigned to a specific task. And when it is done, I will just simply check it off. But you could also open this in Microsoft Planner, and you would see it inside of your Planner app as well. So you can see that this has been completed inside of my board, and it is linked to the Sakamura dashboard. And that's a really cool feature that Microsoft have added into Microsoft Loop. But basically, this is how I would set it up, and I could add let's see if we can find it. We actually can't. Social media dashboard, here you go. We still have the problem with the linking of different pages. So I created this a couple of minutes ago in this video, as you saw, but I can't link to it until it has been a few minutes. That's also something that annoys me a lot. But overall, I would say that this is a great start for something like Microsoft Loop, and I am hoping it will get better and better because I really need to be able to use this app at work. Anyways, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions, please do leave them down below, and tomorrow I am probably going to make another AnyType video, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again quite soon.